to let me request you to pray for us, Evans.
Let's pray. Dear Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for being with us since we started this program up to where we have reached. As we are going to start the session, be with us and forevermore. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So allow me to put up this on the screen, just possibly for those that are joining us for the very first time. And today is purely going to be just sharing our journey. Believe you can see that. I think that's okay. So I'll just be very brief, maybe for anyone that could be joining us for the very first time. Let me put my camera there so that I'm also not, yeah. So good. The program has been run by Conversations with Esther Katiba, and Esther is I. Conversations with Esther is an impact-driven professional platform. We inform you, we educate you, we rebuild your mindset. And of late, I've been really thinking about the mindset, because as we will share, and I know Anne will do it, I think we all had to shift our mindset on fitness and wellness and holistic wellness, and begin to look at life from a different perspective. Now, we ignite ethical and authentic leadership, promoting best practice within industries. And we are very big on holistic wellness in the workplace, and for employers and employees to think about their wellness as well, and the wellness of the teams around them. So this is where this came from. Conversations with Esther equips the workplace with relevant HR, legal, and holistic wellness skills, while supporting employers in attracting, developing, motivating, and retaining productive talent. Now, you can have the best talent, but if their wellness is not taken care of, then they're not able to also give you the best. So taking care of your employees, taking care of yourself. Many times we focus on taking care of others, but taking care of yourself so that you're also able to take care of the others. You've heard people often say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So taking care of yourself so that you're also able to take care of your family, you're able to take care of your colleagues at work, you're able to take care of the people within the community is very important. We are guided by 3 values, that is integrity, excellence, and impact, when we envision a workplace transformed by candid conversations, respectable relationships, and intentional leadership. Now, this has been our journey. Our theme 2024 has been, Anne, you've raised your hand?
Yeah, Mokami says she can't get in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Because we don't have, we have disabled waiting room, so I don't know what's happening. She's in. I can see her. She's right in.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Right,
Thank
cool.
you. So our theme has been prioritizing holistic wellness 2024, and we are still on it. Not that we are stopping. I think we just had our set 7 pillars of wellness, which we have done very well. And I would say once again, congratulations to the people in the room and many others. I think the group has a very big number of people, and many people will keep chatting and saying, I may not be posting, but I'm moving on. I'm moving on. So we started off with physical wellness, and that is where it all began. We had a physical meeting, definitely, which we will now have again. We set our target of 5,000 steps per day. And with time, people who are doing 7, 10, we went to 20, and we are wondering how people are doing that. And we even forgot that we had 5,000. So we moved on to mentor, we went to financial, we discussed what is involved in your mental wellness, we discussed what is involved in your financial wellness. We had speakers all through on the same, on your budgeting and many other topics. We went to your social wellness, your spiritual, your environmental, and we finished with the intellectual wellness. So we will share the journey and see how that has been. Let me not go into details of it. Allow me to just mention this conference that's coming up next week, actually, 28th to 30th of August, on aligning organizational culture with strategy. And as we talk about performance, we talk about green human resource management, legal audit of your policies and processes, sustainable business strategies, transformational leadership. We are also going to talk about our wellness and the holistic wellness of your employees. Because when we push employees to perform, then we need to take care of their wellness. When we talk about green human resource management and what you need to do and the practices that you need to have, they speak to the wellness and the environmental wellness of your organization. We talk about the legal audit processes, sustainable business strategies, and the leadership. We also say that culture, culture has the wellness aspect in it. So when we speak about organizational culture and strategy, then what we want to do is to align all these things around it and make sure wellness is also involved. So we'll still be talking about wellness. So if you're in the room and you haven't booked your spot, please do. And we will be able to have that conversation. You can follow us on this, and I know most of you have subscribed to our YouTube Conversations with Esther Katiba for this and many other sessions. Most of you are also with me on LinkedIn, Esther Katiba, Instagram at Conversations with Esther, and you're free to drop an email to us and give us suggestions on what we can do next. After finishing this, we will definitely, we don't want to finish that group. We want to retain the group and see what we can do next. So good, here we are celebrating holistic wellness. And I feel so good that it's time to celebrate. I'm telling you, it's been a journey, it's been tough, but we made it. Congratulations, you made it to the finish line. It's been 7 months of perseverance, sacrifices, focus, and persistence. Learning to daily practice the 7 pillars of wellness in itself is fulfilling. The urge to give up was stronger than to fight on, but you chose to stay on track no matter the pain. Over time, you shifted your focus from competing to prioritizing self-care. That's when the battle was won. Today, we share our stories, experiences, and priceless lessons along this journey of wellness. So that's where we are, and I want to welcome you so that we can speak about wellness. We can speak openly about the journey. I will let you share. Anne, can I allow you to share your journey first?
Oh gosh. Oh why? Oh, all right. So anyway, I think when you put out the ad, I can't even remember where I saw it. And I was just like, oh yeah, okay, let me try this and see what happens. What's there to lose? And then so I joined, and then we went for the physical meetup. I think the first session we had, and we started with torture. Like I couldn't even see how I was going to jog slowly around the track, and it's not even a big track. It's very small, and I kept asking for ice cream. I remember, and none was forthcoming. I'm not sure why, but anyway, and then one thing just led to the other, and we set goals of 5,000 steps. And it was January, it was hot. I couldn't see how I was going to do 5,000 steps. Actually, I used to cry every time I'm going for those steps. I'm like, really, who's holding a gun to my head to go for these steps? And then over time, I was like, only 5,000. I increased it to 6,000 and eventually got to 10. So I was like, because I have to account to a team, to a group of people, I was like, let me put my best foot forward and try and do the best I can. The days I, could do 15,000 steps, and then the days that I could do only 6. But just with commitment, it had me commit to something that I most probably would not have done on my own. So then that's kudos to the group, to Esther for, putting this together. Then there were the other sessions where there was a lot to be learned, the financial, the just even the wellness sessions themselves, how Kevin kept saying you have to eat right. And I was like, maybe that's when I was closing my ears the most. But then there came other opportunities just to hone in on your skills, to listen, to understand, and then just become a better person all around, not just physically, but also spiritually. How do you deal with the environment? All those things that we learned about. And I think I don't think I'm leaving this group. I've signed here with my blood. So if everybody leaves, I'll just be the one pillar that's left. Anyway, thanks Esther for this, and for everybody else on the journey, and those who encouraged, even the silent ones. Thanks for that. That's about it, Esther, from my end.
Wow. Wow. I remember before we go to possibly Mokami, and I remember the first day at that meeting. I'm telling you, literally, Anne was crying. You one lap was too much. It was too much for Anne. And the entire day she kept complaining, Kevin also, I think, started as on a very high note. It wasn't easy. It was not an easy thing, and Anne kept saying, I need my ice cream. I'm giving up. I'm not coming back. This thing can't work. I can only do, you're like, you can only do one lap. and Kevin was saying, no, Anne, you are the one who will be leading us. So I don't know why there's an echo. Yeah, but good job, Anne. Good job, Anne. Maybe before we go into much details of it, Mukami.
Hi, Esther.
Hi. Hi, Mukami. Just go on.
Oh my God, I'm trying to work this. Oh my gosh, give me a minute.
Okay, no worries. Welcome, Joanne. Lynette, we are excited to have you. You're joining us for the very first time. So today we are sharing our journey. We've been on a journey of 7 months, yes, of wellness, covering a pillar per month, and having sessions of learning and practicals. And there's a group that we have. We could share the link. I know, Anne, you can share the link of the group there, so that Lynette could possibly join. I don't know, are you in Nairobi, Lynette? So we can share that, and we will be having a physical meeting, which I know Anne is also thinking what's going to happen. But Mukami, yes. Karibu sana.
Asante. Oh gosh, it's so dark in this room. Is it okay? I don't know.
We can see a hazy you. Or is it me? Anne is
Let
laughing.
me try and light a light. Is that better? Yes. I think that's better.
Yes.
Yeah. Just honestly, for me, Esther, just thank you. So exciting. I think what today I'm celebrating many things. One of them being just this platform, that I can be here sitting in the Middle East, far from everybody, and I'm able to participate and feel like I know all of you, just because we're here meeting virtually. So I think that's something that clearly is a miracle in itself. I think I tell people, oh, I'm part of this group, and we keep each other accountable, and we're walking and we're doing all these steps, and they're like, how are you doing that? And I said, yeah, we've done that consistently for the last 7 months. So I was trying to hurry from work come and celebrate with you all. And I think, you know, you asked me yesterday to say something, and I think what I thought of this last 7 months, or like the word that comes to me is stewardship. Is that you presented these things to us that are, you know, like mental, financial, social, spiritual, environmental, physical, and intellectual. And I thought I needed to be a steward of those things. And I think that's, and how to steward them well. And I think every month we did a different topic. I think, how am I going to steward this well? And, you know, and I don't know if you know that, but I've been a single mom for the last 20 odd years, through divorce, left with 2 little children, you know, was hacking at life. I'm a school teacher. I'm actually an early years educator. So, you know, not much in terms of life opportunity, but I've just been kind of hacking at it slowly out here, you know, in the middle of nowhere, as it were, in many ways. But, you know, God has really been faithful. And I think when this came, I realized, I look back and I thought, wow, this is actually in one little pot a sum of everything that has been brought to my table over the years, just in little bits. And so true. And then finally now my children are back home and they're living by themselves and they're kind of grown-up men. And I think now was the time to me to do something for myself. So it actually was very appropriate for me to get this, Esther, kudos to you. And so it was a big gift for me to have this platform, to be able to practice these, I don't know what you'd call them. And recently I got this book and I would really recommend it to everybody. I've just gotten it literally. I got it at lunchtime today. It's called 4,000 Weeks. It's written by a guy called Oliver Burkeman, and the ethos of the book is that if you live to about between, I think, 75 to 80 years, it'll be 4,000. Your life is 4,000 weeks. And so, as a woman who's 57 now, I think to myself, I've done almost 3,000 weeks, and almost, and so I have got 1,000 weeks, as it were. And so every week that passes is another week. And how am I going to steward those weeks that I have left well? And so I think I was reading a chapter today, just as I was thinking of this meeting, and it was on patience. And he said this, and I don't want to talk for very long, but this university professor says one of the things that is a gift to us in life is patience. And these things that we've done, Esther, have been grown on the bed of patience. Patiently, you woke up every day and just hit your 5K. Patiently, you know, you worked on your financials. Patiently, you know, you were reading books to encourage your intellectual capacities. And he said that this university lecture, on the first day, he would tell his students, go out into a museum and sit either in front of a portrait or in front of painting or a sculpture for 3 hours. The only break you had was to go to the toilet. No coffee breaks, no chatting, no phones, no iPad. And it was exacerbating in the beginning, but people at the end of 3 hours realized that they were appreciating life a little bit more. And just can you imagine having to focus on something for 3 hours? And we don't have that privilege now. But this was what we did every month. He just gave us one thing to focus on. Patiently, I just woke up every day and thought, today I'm just hitting 5 kilometers. The financial one was a big one for me because finally I felt like I can just start to put away a little money. Came home, met Alfred. I've introduced him to all the friends that I know, all the single women that I know have neither the capacity nor the time nor even the wherewithal to know I can have money to put aside. Finally, you know, have met Alfred and we've had really good conversation, and he's really taken us on this journey to some little form of freedom, or even just giving us in our hands a way to think. I can actually think about a future, because when you're a single parent hustling with children, you kind of live day to day, but you never think about 10 years, 20 years. When I'm an older woman, and as one who's coming to retirement, this platform, Esther, thank you so much, just gave me the opportunity to start to think about those things. So really, kudos to you for thinking about it. I want to stay on the platform. I don't know what you have in store for us in the seasons to come, but I have absolutely enjoyed it and spoken about just the little things I'm doing every month with the people that I know. And I think it's given me a gratitude for what God has given me, and for what He's provided for me, and just being able to see it as not a small thing, but just it's life. Yeah, whether it's I can't remember all the steps. I really should have known them by now. But just all the things that we worked on over the months, like even just thinking about social, and just thinking how we can care for the people better. I'm a member of a church, and just how to think about the congregation better, and the people who are members there, how to care for, just to see people differently, to see them as image bearers. I remember thinking about that quite heavily when we did that. So yeah, I think that's all I can say. Sorry, I've
Wow.
hurried through it because I'm in such a rush to
No,
make this. Yeah.
no, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. And it was very exciting, I think, for you, even when you came into the country and you had to look for Alfred. And I was like, wow, this guy is so determined, and immediately you began saving. I was like, wow, she is doing the thousands, she's boxing everything in the gym. And you, you remember her videos, she's even taking her mother for walks,
Yeah.
Congratulations. You literally even took your mom and your children for the walks.
Yes.
It became now a
Yeah.
family thing. Wellness was not just for you, it actually went all the way to your family. Congratulations. And you're still doing it, even at your age. I want to be you when I grow up.
I tell you, Esther, we've just, sorry, this is really
Yes,
the last thing
that's
I'm going to
okay.
say
No.
today, but
Yeah.
we've just come from a family holiday, and my mother, I'm one of 4 sisters and I have 1 brother. So our home was very gentle, just very, people sat and chatted around at the dinner table. There wasn't much activity. And then all of a sudden, all my sisters and I, we all have sons, 2 each. And so when we get together for our family gatherings, it's just men. And so when we went for the family holiday, I told my mother, listen, we better go to some place that we can just be outside. And when we went to this place out in Laikipia, very, very nice place, and I'll put it down here later on. But the boys are playing golf and tennis and basketball. And then there were these monkey bars. And I hadn't been on monkey bars since I was a child. And I'm very weak in my upper body and in my arms. And my core is gone after 2 cesareans. And running around after little children as a preschool teacher. And Esther, when I did, after 3 tries, I did these monkey bars. I mean, even the boys were like, Mom, oh my gosh. And honestly, it was the proudest moment last week when I did them. And I'll post them again on the group, because it's such a skill. And I thought it was my arms, but the boys later told me, Mom, it's actually your core to hold your body up at almost 60 kilos. Is actually your core. So I think I find that I'm in a stage in my life that I'm not apologetic about who I am and where I've come from, but I'm so grateful for the little things, like those little victories that I have every day. So yeah.
Wow,
So
congratulations. Anne,
yeah.
looks like you want to say something.
Yeah.
No, to say it's the small wins that we should be celebrating. It doesn't have
Yes.
to be the big things. It's just monkey bars. I can't even remember. I think I saw those in primary school, and that's like 30 plus something years. But I would not even think of getting on them. Shame on me. How would I dare? But I might look for them. I just might.
Please do.
Mogami, you should have been in the country. You left, huh? You're back. You're back to work.
Yes. School
Oh,
started.
no
Like,
worries.
really? You left without us?
Imagine.
I know.
Like,
Like,
how could you let this happen?
so
I'll be back, and then I will have a little get together for all of us.
thank you. That's
Yes, please.
amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. And no ice cream. Thank you. So I don't know who else is I don't know who else is in the room that has been Mercy. Is Mercy able to talk? Someone said though on the road. Who was that? Was it Mercy? No, Mercy was at home. Mercy, are you able to share your journey? Mercy was at home.
Okay. Good evening.
Evening, Mercy.
Okay. Let me go ahead and share. First of all, thank you for this opportunity, even for the way you had the idea of just getting people together. I'm not sure how I stumbled on the link. I think somebody posted it in another group, and I thought, why not give it a shot? And this is because, especially when it comes to the physical journey, you find that you know what you need to do for your physical wellness, but sometimes you need a boost from a community. So I felt that this was going to give me what I thought would be a good boost, and for sure it was, because initially my target used to be to do 10,000 steps to at least 3 days a week. And it reached a point where now I am able to do that on a daily basis. That even if I miss to hit the 10,000, maybe I have hit 8,000, and that would be just maybe 1 or 2 days in the week. And I'm very happy about that. I think for me, my greatest win has been the physical aspect of the wellness journey. And yesterday I was actually doing a test with a lady who does, she called it quantum analysis. And many aspects of my body were actually, she was like shocked. Yes, I still have a lot to do, especially when it comes to weight, but despite the high weight, which I think it has stagnated despite all that I'm doing, but everything else is working very well. The sugars, the pressure, I mean, you name it, they were all quite good. Just a few things to worry about. And so I was very excited. So she just told me, whatever you are doing, continue doing that. So that for me is a big win. The other big win that I would say was on the financial and spiritual, because I think I think it was Mokami who has just shared the idea of having to be very deliberate on your savings. That to me, I think I borrowed quite a leaf from there, and I took also a program similar to what the gentleman had shared, and I was able to start on that saving journey. The spiritual one, I have also become very deliberate. I have a number of activities that I do in our church, but I felt that this time I was not just doing them to tick a box. I was more of what is it in it for me, as far as also my journey with God is concerned. And it's been quite fulfilling. And one of the other things that I did in order to hit my 10,000 steps, just before schools closed. Of course, after schools closed, I slowed down a bit. But while schools were open, I would do my walks very early in the morning. And as I did my walks, I would walk in the compound. I just do a round up in the parking, something that would look, when you look at that map, it's like a steel wall. I think I had shared it here at some time back. So I'd wake up at 5:30, join another group of ladies who are praying. So as we are praying together from 5:30 to about 6:30, I'm also doing my walks. Call it hitting two birds with one stone. And the day would be so good. When I start with the walk and that early morning prayer time with the other ladies, that was really good. And it was because of the lessons that I was learning here on the spiritual part of it. And I would say, as much as based on what I see people sharing, you find that you learn a lot from the lessons that people are sharing, and also the push. When you haven't posted your steps or your activity or what you're doing in another area, you ask yourself, so how am I benefiting in this? And how am I making even Esther's work pay, because she's done this and shared it with us. So the only thing I can do is also do self-care for myself using that guidance. Somebody has walked the journey before us. So thank you very much, Esther, for that. And I didn't make it for the last physical. I hope I can make it this time round. And being somebody in business, in SME, this has also, it also helps me to look at, as I look at my business and how I'm trying to grow my business, this is when I look at the different aspects, it also helps me to see how am I treating the staff in my place of work, so that they can also experience wellness, so that it will not just be about the salary that I pay them, but am I making their stay at my place of work better, so that they also feel fulfilled. So I would say that lessons have been learned, and continue learning and continue applying. I'm looking forward to what Esther has in store now as we finish this, as we go to the next level. And even if it's going to be a repeat of everything we have done, just this motivation. I'm a teacher by profession, and I know that we always say as teachers, repetition is very important. So even if we go around the cycle again, the 7 aspects of the wellness wheel, well and good for emphasis. Thank you. And looking forward to meeting you on the physical, so that now finally one can put a face to the names that you see on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Mokame, you're smiling. You want to say something after Mercy? You had that. I like the approach that Mercy has, even extending that to the employees in the workplace. It's amazing. It's amazing, right? And Mercy, definitely. 7th September. And I want to say this, I will be posting it in the group. As we meet on 7th, we will allow everyone who is coming in to come and at least put up their business, so that we know, so that we build it more now on a network, we build that network. We want to know what you do. If you're in business, bring your banner, bring your business to the venue, and let's get to promote one another. So Mercy, what business are you doing? What do you do in business?
I provide service to offices. So I have a place at the Watermark Business Park in Karen, where I provide fully furnished and serviced offices, meeting room facilities, as well as business addresses. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And co-working spaces.
Oh, beautiful. Wow. We should visit. We should visit that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I can host you for one of your meetings, as long as we are not more than 10.
Oh, that's beautiful. I can
Yes.
as well come and do one of my shoots there, because I do some
Oh, yes.
which will be good.
Yeah, well,
And I think that's where we are heading now in the next phase. As we still continue with the cycle, we also need to build that network, so that I know what Anne does, what you do, what Mokami is doing, what Lynette is doing, Norbert, and we can promote one another. We hope to also, I know Norbert will start telling us about the conference, but Norbert, how are you? Share your journey with us.
My journey with you. Well, I shared your journey I shared this journey by just liking and sharing my comments on LinkedIn when Esther posted the activities that you great team were doing, and I think that's where I got to meet Esther, because I was interested in knowing what this program is all about, and she briefed me of how you people are doing it virtually, how you became so disciplined, waking up very early just to be there to walk this journey. Yeah, so I got kind of curious and got interested, and she told me that I can join you, even though she also intimated to me that you had just completed your journey for the year, and you are having this get together again, so I could join and listen to you, to everyone sharing their journey with Esther. So I've been with you spiritually, not physically, but I'm hoping that the next session, when it starts, I can join in, because it's a good thing. We all need to be fully, both mentally, physically, and psychologically well. So if there's any session that can offer us that, then we should be in a position to join and willing to walk that journey, because it's all about being both physically, mentally, and psychologically healthy, because there's no health without mental health. So it's very important that mental health is taken seriously as much as we take our physical health seriously. And there are remedies. You don't have to go to the hospital. And your journey is a testament that you don't have to go to the hospital for you to be advised by a doctor or a physician that this is what you're supposed to eat. It takes self-discipline to walk this journey and to watch what you eat. We eat a lot of junk out here. And if you can be disciplined enough and eat what is required, like one of you was complaining about, I don't know, it was yogurt or something. Yeah, Anne, you're guilty as charged. So it's very important that we watch what we eat, and we also watch what we read, and watch what we listen to, and also what we be conscious of whatever we are doing all the time, because ice cream, either way, whatever we see, whatever we think of, whatever we read, all these things can contribute to our mental wellness, and we should really be careful on about what we consume, because we consume through seeing, through thinking or imagination, and also through many other ways that can affect us. So for me, this journey is a milestone for everyone, and congratulations to all of you that went through this journey and made it to for the last 7 months. You've been actively participating, and you've been giving your all to be mentally, physically, and psychologically well. So I'll be joining you in the next session. I don't know what it holds, but I'm very much willing to join and partake with you in whatever journey you take. Thank you, Esther.
Wow, thanks, Norbert. Thank you. I'm seeing a comment there. Never yogurt, always ice cream. And Sandra has told you frozen yogurt equals ice cream. Oh my goodness. Now, Evans, are you able to unmute, Evans? Because I see what you've written, but it would be better if you say it. Are you able to unmute, Evans?
Yes, I can, Esther.
Okay, good. Tell us what you have written.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Esther, for allowing me to be one of your participants. At first, I did not have the courage to be attending or to be among your participants, but with time, I gained confidence and I started following you on YouTube, on what you have been posting. I think it has been inspiring to me. I have learned a lot, More so since I am now starting my career, it has been a learning experience on my side. Actually, I have learned a lot, more so on mental health, financial issues, on how to approach the interviews, and also spiritual wellness. Actually, a few months ago, I organized a fundraising in my church. We were able to buy instruments for our youth, and currently I'm also composing songs which will be ready by December. It has been to repeat what I have said, I think it has been a learning experience on my side, and I'm looking forward to learn more so that I can be able to be a good person in the future. I thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know, when we keep hearing these stories, Damaris, Elizabeth, Joanne, who else? Sandra. Feel free to share. You can unmute and just share your story. If you've been with us, if you've not been with us, also maybe possibly you've been following somewhere. Lynette, karibu sana. I've seen you've joined the group. Welcome to the group.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So I'm Joanna.
Mhm.
I think I started from the word go. I think walking was the hardest thing, but I think most of the courage came from Anne and his consolata. Those two, whenever they would give up, they made me feel it was possible. And it fast forward, in as much as I haven't been posting, I have learned a lot. The walking bit was quite important. Also, the financial bit, I learned a lot and I boosted my savings. As this lady, what is the name of the lady we had? Who's this? Mokami said, at times it becomes a challenge to keep something for yourself. You live from hand to mouth, but at least I've made it a priority. It's not about what you earn, but it's just a discipline that you develop. I'm also trying to be social, working on my social networks. I have been, I think, antisocial. So it has been a good thing to help me try and make connections and retain them. And also the spiritual bit. I think there was an awakening. And all in all, this was a great team. And thank you, Esther. I think you were able to awaken a strength that I never thought was in me. I'm really, really grateful and looking forward to what you're planning for us fast forward. Thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's encouraging. It's encouraging. Damaris, Elizabeth, I see. Where's Irene? Irene, my good friend, is here. Irene, we're sharing our stories. And Sandra, anyone wants to say something? Feel free to unmute. It's a free session, so just share.
Hi.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi. I've been intentional with the walking. I also conscious of what I'm eating, and I noticed because of the increased walking, I also am desiring more veggies and raw veggies, so making more salads, so change in appetite, and I think also change in mood as well. I'm not snappy at the kids anymore. And then now being aware of each pillar, so making sure I'm growing in everything. So being focused and not just like when it's only exercise, you're just, I must hit my steps every day, but now checking in with how am I handling my money, how am I handling my intimacy with God and with my friends. So yeah, it has been good to have the different focuses for each month. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, amazing. I think when you said that being intentional, I just thought, I think we need to frame this, this wellness wheel somewhere, so that when we look at it either in the office or at home, we ask ourselves at the end of the day, which one did I miss, you know? Irene or Yara? Hi, Irene. Are you able to unmute? And who else hasn't shared? I think we've gone round, isn't it? I can see Sandra, Evans, Norbert, Mukami, Mercy has shared. And Lynette can tell us. Someone was on the right, I don't know. Joanna shared. Irene, Elizabeth, Mwangi. Liz, are you able to unmute?
Yes, good evening,
Good evening.
Dr. And this is my first time here, so kindly allow me to listen.
Wow, welcome and congratulations. You're in the right place.
Thank you.
Please join that group. We will definitely have a lot coming. It's been 7 months of a tough journey, you know. Some days actually we posted 1,000 steps. Other days we were embarrassed to post. Who else hasn't spoken? I don't want to lock anyone out. Anyone else who wants to add something? And I know we have 5 minutes to time. Before I can share mine briefly. It's also not been very easy. I used to make what? Let me see. Mercy says paying attention to food choices made me learn how to make fermented drinks. Oh, really? Which are great for the gut. I'm really enjoying. What? Kombucha. Wow, I used to make kombucha resuming very soon. I love fermented foods, man. Hey, on 7th, when we are meeting, on 7th of September, we are meeting physically. Can you guys bring these things there and bring this? It's Anne. Don't bring your ice cream. We want these healthy ones now. We want these healthy ones that I'm seeing Lynette and Mercy here talking about. Anne is the ice cream person. She needs
Yes. Yes. Is roast maize healthy? Roast maize, is it healthy?
I think they're not bad, but you need to be
in moderation.
Yes, in moderation. Now let me tell you something. For quite some time, I know everyone thinks, oh, Esther is that perfect one. I think my family has always known I am the poorest in physical exercise. My husband is just like, oh my God, you started this thing, it's going to work for you. Forget about everyone else. It's good, it's going to work for you. And it really did, because I kept feeling I'm pushing people to do something. I need to wake up and take the walk. And it stopped being competition now. It became a lifestyle. For all the months, I didn't hit my targets. Mokami was really putting us in the spotlight with her thousands and 30,000. I don't know how many kilometers Mokami, and boxing everything. And we are thinking, oh my goodness, I need to increase my speed. And then Kevin comes and says, it's not your steps, it's your calories, you know. And then you're looking, you've made 10,000 steps, you've only burned 100 calories. Someone else has done 5,000 or 6,000 steps, they've burned 300 or 400. And I'm thinking, what is this? You know, and the questions we are asking, how is it that I'm doing 10 and I'm burning 100 and another one is 5, you know, and he's thinking, it's my friend, you are doing 10 casual steps, 10,000 casual, you know, steps. And Mokami is hitting things up and down for 5,000. But I learned with time, 3 months or 4 months ago, for the first time, I actually got high blood pressure. Unfortunately, in all this, and I'm thinking, and so someone was like, really? And you're the one that is telling everyone this and that, and people would keep asking me, Esther, how do you manage all these things you do? And I learned that I was actually pushing myself a bit too far, work, family, and you think being a workaholic is a crown. It's not, it will hit you at some point. So anyway, and the doctor says you can treat this with your physical exercise, and we laughed with the doctor and said, but Esther, I think I see you running a certain program, and I'm like, Daktari, let's not get there. I run it, but I think now I need to own it and own it completely. But I'm definitely out of it. Everything, and then there was that cholesterol check. My goodness. And the doctor says your good cholesterol is good, but your bad cholesterol is bad. You know that language that you almost don't understand. Then I'm like, so what is good and what is bad? Either way, one of your cholesterols are high. I say to myself, the next 3 months, these things must align. I'm telling you, of course, with medication, exercise, resting, I shut down for some time. And I said, I need to rest. I need to take care of myself as much as I'm taking care of everyone else. And last week, I went for the test and everything was perfect. And I knew I need to really know how to take care of myself and slow down, especially good. And I know, and I was like, oh, the cholesterol is fine. Your BP has been stable for 90 days or so. So you get out slowly from the medication. You need to rest. Nowadays, my friend, the doctor said you need to be sleeping a minimum of 8 hours. And I'm thinking 8 hours in this Nairobi, my goodness. How am I, where will the money come from, But then, nowadays I have learned now to shut between 9 and 10, I shut. I do whatever I have to do and then I shut and sleep. And when I sleep, I sleep. It's not this thing of getting to bed and you're not asleep. So everything is well now. And self-care is not selfish. I have learned it, definitely. But thank you very much. Thank you everyone for those stories are amazing. I want to hear more of this. Now, 7th of September, mark your calendars. 7th of September, we meet at the same spot, Nairobi Children's Park, Nyerere Road, next to St. Andrews. St. Andrews, right?
Yeah, opposite St. Andrews
Yes,
Church.
opposite St. Andrews Church. We are meeting in the morning. We have a full day. Now, this is what I want us to do. I also want us to bring our businesses there. If you're in business, please feel free to come with your banner. Feel free to come with your products so that we also get to know each other as we move into the next phase. We've built a community, and now this community, as much as we are also accountable on our wellness, then we need to also build that community to be able to support one another in business. You see, I didn't know what Mercy does, but now that I know, I you walk into some of these spaces and you don't know that one of your friends are there. So you need to be there. I have seen Lynette. I think when you joined, I've seen you in HR. Isn't it? I think so. Yeah, I've seen something like that. So it is also good that we get to know who we are, what we do, and how we can support one another. So 7th, the same spot from morning. Actually, the flyer is out. I just kept it until at least until this day is over. So I need to pull it out. I'll share it in the group. But I need to pull it out here. Digital. I'm looking at it. Just a minute so that we have the right info. Yes. So from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, we have this, will be, I don't want to say we are charging because that 1,000 is for lunch. I'm imagining if people come in and then they will need to take something throughout. There will need to be water as you get into activities, and will tell you they're intense. They are not kidogo. But a lot of dancing, a lot of bonding, a lot of business together. But we'll send that out in the group. Continuing, should we continue with this? I think we definitely should, so that we also keep monitoring and make sure it's a lifestyle, and Lynette and the rest also get to enjoy it. I said bring your banners. We have a conference. How many people are coming for the conference, if I may just ask that? That conference for aligning, I want to extend a very good discount to this group. Lynette, I'll share the details, the aligning organizational culture with strategy. Now, anyone in this group, I know we were charging 45,000. We will definitely extend a discount for the people in this wellness group and this call to 25,000. I know that that is crazy, but we will take care of the rest. Because I know Mokami is thinking, surely, Esther, how do you do that? And I'm away. But it's an amazing one. It's an amazing conference. It's actually been in the group. We've been sharing it there. I will share, Lynette. Now I have your number. I've seen you in the group. But it's an amazing one. So that we can, just for this group. Yes. Because if we extend that to everyone else, then we will not be able to manage. But I'll share that. But thank you very much. Anne, asante sana. And ice cream. Thank you very much. You can bring the ice cream on that day. We can, that's fine. There's nothing Kevin will do. Once we have it, we have it. Only that it might
I know, and he's not even here today, so
yeah,
that's
he's
his
in
punishment.
Naivasha. Actually, he sent a message, and I'm seeing
What is he doing there?
Consolata is saying, give me 10 minutes. Really? She wants she wants us to stay here and wait for her. She was meant to share her journey, but I think because time is up, we will not keep everyone. But thank you, Anne. Thank you. Oh, Christine, hi. Hi, Christine. We have Christine, I think, that has jumped on the call. Are you able to unmute? Or you're somewhere you can't unmute to just say hello? Irene also was not able to unmute. But thank you, Christine. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Joanne, Lynette, Mercy, Mokami, Norbert, Evans, Sandra. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Mokami, we are meeting soon before the end of the year.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Are plans being made and I'm being excluded? Wait a minute. Plans are being made and I'm on this call and I'm being excluded.
No, you're not being excluded. But let me stop recording so that the rest can be. But thank you, everyone. Yes.
I'm in my feelings.